Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today, we're making something that's close to so many hearts. Flan, or as some of us call it, caramel pudding. It's one of those cozy, nostalgic desserts that just hits different, you know? Brings back childhood memories with every bite. So let's not wait, let's jump right in. Now, listen up, because in this video, I'm also sharing a real game changer. A simple hack to get that ultra smooth flan texture. No weird bubbles on the sides, just silky, creamy perfection. Honestly, I debated sharing this. This one feels like a top secret recipe from my imaginary Michelin-Star chef. But here we are, breaking the gatekeeping circle. And the best part? You can make it with or without an oven. The recipe itself is super simple. And as long as you follow the steps and use good quality ingredients, it's pretty hard to mess up. We'll start with 1 cup of granulated sugar and add 5 tablespoons of water. Turn the heat to low or medium, never high or it might burn. Here's the important part. Don't stir it, just let it do its thing. This step takes about 25 minutes, so be patient. Once it starts bubbling, gently shake the pan. That helps it cook evenly. And as soon as the color starts to shift from clear to a soft yellow, you can shake it just a little more to spread the heat around. But be careful. This sugar syrup is hot, and I mean lava level hot. Once it turns a gorgeous amber color, turn off the heat immediately. Then pour it into ramekin bowls like I'm doing in the video. You can use smaller ramekins or one big bowl if you prefer. Just remember, the bigger the bowl, the longer it'll need to bake or steam. Now that our ramekins are ready with caramel, we'll set them aside and start making the star of the show, our main flan mixture. For this, you'll need 6 whole eggs. Crack them into a large mixing bowl and whisk very gently. You know the drill, we're not going for fluffy here, just enough to break them up smoothly. Once that's done, add in 600 grams of condensed milk. You can definitely add more if you like it on the sweeter side, but for me, this amount is just perfect. Mix it all together, gently. This isn't a cake batter. We don't want bubbles here. Now add 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. This adds such a lovely depth of flavor. And then 700 milliliters of evaporated milk. If you don't have evaporated milk, no worries. Just take 1 liter of regular milk, boil it down until it reduces to 700 milliliters, but make sure it's completely cooled before adding it in. Otherwise, you'll end up cooking the eggs, and we don't want that. I also recommend sieving the milk before adding. It helps with that silky finish. After adding the milk, mix everything together gently, one last time. Now here comes the important part. Sieve the entire mixture 3 times. Yes, 3. This step is what makes your flan super smooth. No bubbles, no grainy texture. Slowly pour the custard mixture into your ramekins or bowls, being extra gentle to avoid any air bubbles. Once they're filled, cover each ramekin with foil paper. This traps the heat inside during baking or steaming and helps cook the flan evenly. Now carefully place your ramekins into a baking dish or tray, and it's time for the water bath. This step is crucial. Pour hot water into the baking dish until it comes about halfway up the sides of the ramekins, not more. And here's why that matters. If you pour too much water, especially above the halfway mark, it can start boiling too aggressively in the oven or steamer. That fast, bubbling heat creates uneven cooking. And when the custard cooks too quickly, the eggs in the mixture start to scramble slightly, trapping air and forming bubbles, or even giving it a grainy or curdled texture. It basically ruins that silky smooth finish we're aiming for. On the flip side, if you use too little water, like just a shallow layer, it won't distribute the heat evenly around the ramekins. That can lead to underbaking or dry edges with a runny center. So that sweet spot, just about halfway up the ramekins, it gives you that gentle, consistent heat, kind of like a warm hug for your flan, so it cooks slowly and stays smooth as silk. Trust me, once you get this part right, it makes all the difference. Now, place your tray in a preheated oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius and bake it for 45 to 50 minutes. When you take it out, it might still feel a little too jiggly or look like it has not set. But trust me, that is exactly what we want. Now, let it cool completely at room temperature and then refrigerate it. Overnight chilling is ideal. It sets beautifully and the texture becomes silky and firm. But I know that takes patience. So if you are like my family and cannot wait that long, refrigerate it for at least 4 hours. That will do the trick too. Once it is chilled, it is time to release it from the ramekin. Now here is where I made a mistake that you should definitely not repeat. To loosen the edges, please use a sharp knife, not a palette knife. I do not know what I was thinking. Maybe it was the overnight wait. Maybe I lost my mind a little after staring at this flan all night. And I picked up a palette knife. Yes, a palette knife. And started digging around the edges like I was trying to excavate treasure. Poor little flan. And here I was, blaming the innocent ramekin like it had done something wrong. Honestly, I was putting all my frustration on that poor dish. But in the end, it came out all right. It still held on. But thank goodness, I had also poured some batter into one big bowl. I cut around the edges with a knife, flipped it, and oh my goodness, it turned out perfect. That shine, that jiggle, I am completely obsessed. It holds its shape so gracefully, like a rich male lead standing in the rain in a three-piece suit. But the moment it enters your mouth, it melts. Like the second lead's heart every time the female lead calls him Oppa and walks right past him. Like me, watching my K-drama ship sink, but still hoping for a plot twist. This flan is the Hanji Pyong of desserts. Soft, sweet, underrated, and it just disappears. The flavor is rich, creamy, and full of depth, thanks to that beautiful caramel and hint of vanilla. It is the kind of dessert that feels simple, but tastes absolutely luxurious. Every bite is smooth, comforting, and nostalgic, like a warm memory you can eat. This really is the best dessert in the world. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And do not forget to comment down below. What is your most nostalgic dessert? Until then, I will see you in the next one. It is my privilege to have you here. Thank you so much, and take care.